Hello, everyone. Kevin Fay here, Adult Services Librarian with the Casa Grande Public Library, giving you another iPhone tip of the week. And this week is the third session of the Photos app. And we're going to go over how to edit a photo, how you can crop it, rotate it, how you can change the lighting, all sorts of really cool stuff that once you take a photo, maybe it needs a little touch up or something. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go into the photos. And I'm going to go into the Photos app, which is, again is on the top left side of the screen. And you have photos here. And I have a bunch of various photos. And sometimes you see a photo and maybe it needs to be rotated, maybe it needs to be cropped. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we try to edit it. And to edit a photo, you first have to tap on it. And then in the top right corner, you have the edit. So you tap on edit. And you can either edit it while it's in the regular size, or if you rotate your screen, it will go into kind of the landscape mode. So it just depends on what view you want. So we'll keep it in this mode. But you have auto, so if I was to tap on auto, the device would kind of assess what needs to be done and just kind of add either some color or light or whatever it feels it needs to be done. The next feature, and you get that by swiping from the right to the left on this little swiping area, is the exposure. So if I wanted to lighten the photograph, I would tap on this. And if on the bottom there, I move the dial and it would either increase, and you can see I'm increasing the exposure to a lot, or decrease the exposure. The little dot that's above those dotted lines, or those lines, is 0. And then when you're done with it, you just hit done. You need to go back to edit. You can add a little bit of color, some brilliance to the different shades. You can add some highlights, shadows that kind of deepens the shadows or lightens them. Contrast makes everything a little sharper or more fuzzier. Brightness, this also can brighten up a photo. So if you move that right or left, then that will brighten it. Black point, I'm not sure what black point is. Saturation, vibrance. There's all sorts of different stuff in here that you can make your photo look different or better. And then if at the end you're done, you're like, I just want the regular photo back, you can tap on Revert. And it'll ask you if you want to revert back to the original. You say revert to original. Let's go back into edit. Now if you look on the very bottoms, there's 3 different modes for editing a photo. We went into the very fine tuning of it. There's another one with those 3 little circles. If you tap on that, it will give you the ability to change what the photo looks like just by just adding special effects, kind of its own effects. You can get these in the very specific settings in the previous group, but this is kind of a quick way to see, what would it look like under dramatic cool. So, but if you want the original, you just swipe all the way from left to right, and it'll go back to the original. And then you have the final, on the very bottom, the final area that you can edit a photo is that kind of weird looking square that's rotating. This allows you to straighten. And what that does is you can take the corners here, or this is the cropping, and you can crop the photo however you want. You can decrease the size or increase it. The vertical, I'm not really sure what vertical does. Oh, I guess it allows you to move the photo around in the vertical area. And then there's the horizontal. So, yes. And then if you want to rotate a photo, say you took it in the wrong, like it just came out on the wrong side, in the top left corner, there's a little box with the arrow on it. And if you tap on that, it'll rotate it. And you'll be able to rotate your photo. This comes in handy sometimes because sometimes your photos are rotated like that and you just need to rotate the photo. Now, at any time, if you want to reset everything, you tap on the reset in the top part of your screen. And that didn't work. Oh, and that's crazy. There you go. If it doesn't work, go back to edit and there'll be an option on the bottom right corner to revert to the original, so like I just did. So anyway, that was we kind of learned from our mistakes, and that was a little bit of a mistake at the end. But I hope you learned a little bit how you can edit your photos, and that does it for covering the Photos app for the iPhone tip of the week. We'll look at some other features for the next iPhone tip of the week, and so stay tuned.